you've basically said you don't need to die, you need a new doctor. You need somebody to give you pain medication.
And for deeper pain, for emotional pain, yes.
Yeah, and you're assuming that because there are emotions associated with a terminal illness, that person can't make rational decisions. And let me ask you something. Would you really feel competent and appropriate to step up and interject those value systems into a situation?
I do it right now.
Like Dan.
I'm a hospice volunteer day to day. Let's look at the language, Dr. Phil.
Well, answer my question
Oh,
first,
I
and then
am.
you can make a speech.
I've been enduring speeches about the primacy of making decisions on emotions. I'm pointing out, I know, and I've made mistakes in my life. Almost always it's when I let my emotions not let me see the long-term implications. But when it
My
comes
question
to,
was, would you
as a
seriously-
hospice volunteer, I do that. And by the way, nothing but empathy. I've lost loved ones. I have lost loved ones from very difficult cancers. So don't think you're the only ones that face this. People need to address the reality of life, and we're all gonna die. By the way, nobody likes it. When medicine is used to cause the death, that's a transitive verb. And that isn't dying. In English, it's killing.
do you think that if his wife makes the decision that she wants to do what she wants to do, she's not depriving another soul of their life, she's not infringing on anyone's rights, but you would
No, it's not
step in and say she's compromised in some way emotionally?
No, I would actually step in and say, let's examine this deeper. I'm glad you're here, because
What do you
all
want
of
to
us.
say, Dan?
Yeah, there's so much to unpack in what we've heard so
So
far.
we're just still unpacking your story.
For starters, modern, you refer to Brittany as if it was a purely emotional and things need to be addressed in the emotion and everything else, and that somehow those decisions, that any decisions Brittany are making are being influenced by her emotions.
No, there was a decision.
Hold on a second, sir.
Yeah.
Brittany applied for, qualified for, and received that medication in May. Brittany died in November. If she was emotionally compromised, if she was suicidal, if there was any killing going on, and you guys like using those terms for emphasis, if there was any, hold on, sir, again, let me finish. Yeah. She died in November. She received that medication in May. It was sitting in the cupboard. She focused on living life. That was her goal. Her emotions, to be clear, were in check as she was making these decisions about life and death. Modern medicine is not able to keep a person from suffering at end of life in 100% of the cases. Anybody who makes any suggestion that we can, the arrogance of that statement. Well, I will line up scores of hospice care medical directors, nurses, and physicians who will say that is absolutely not true. Good hospice is a wonderful thing. However, it has its limitations. And so at the end of life, when they are not able to keep her from experiencing those seizures, the pain that not even Dilaudid could control, as I stated before, that is where it gives a person like Brittany, who has gone through this very protective process, that option.
The issue is medicine being used to deal with deeper issues, or is the medicine being used to intentionally end a life?
To assume that because someone chooses to die rather than endure suffering and then die is because they have unresolved emotional issues, your words.
Well, it's not mine, Cicely Saunders, but also...
Let me finish.
Yes. Okay.
Let somebody
it's not
finish.
I'm not making it up.
Let somebody finish a sentence.
They have been. Go.
Okay. That's fine.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.